This is the TriFab Movie Reviewers. I'm Lee.
I'm Alan.
And I'm Alex.
Okay. It's Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas, everyone. And today we will be reviewing Into the Woods, which, if you were there early enough, came out today. So let's... also, if you haven't seen the movie, we're probably going to be talking about some things and you're going to be like, what are they talking about? So it'd probably be best if you watch the movie.
Might spoil it for you.
Yeah, I may spoil some things.
So watch it and come back and watch this.
Okay, let's get started.
Okay, so I guess we could go around and we can all say a little bit about what we thought about the movie.
Like, if we were to rate it from, like, 1 to 5, like, stars, I guess, I would do, like, 2.5 to 3 stars.
I give it 3.
I agree, 2.5 to 3.
Yeah, like, the reasons, in my opinion, I think there were more cons than there were pros. I mean, it's a good movie, it really is. But, like, you know...
It ran really long.
I think
over 2 hours.
Yeah.
And not just that it was 2 hours long, but the storyline came to a point where it was really... They could have ended it probably a good 30 minutes early. You think it's going to be over with, and all of a sudden, it keeps on going, and then going, and going, and...
I think we all know where that part was, you know, when everyone had their happy ending. Cinderella had her Prince Charming. Everyone had what they wanted, and
the baker and his wife got a child.
Jack and his mom had, you know, what they wanted.
And the witch got her beauty back.
Yeah, everything was fine, and then boom, castle comes crashing down because Cinderella tossed that bean over her shoulder.
So for me, it was more like, I was really interested in watching the movie because it was like, oh my god, they're combining all these fairy tales and they're going to make it into one movie. So I was more, and then of course Meryl Streep comes out in the movie, so that alone of course sells the movie for me. And so that's why I went to go see it, because I was really interested in seeing how they were going to combine all these fairy tales, which they did with a really nice plot, I guess, in a way, but then...
Things got really weird.
The plot sort of went all over the place.
Yeah, like it was consistent for a while. Like, oh yeah, we have to find this, we have to find everything that we need to find for the child, right? And then like, there, the end. It should have stopped there, but then boom, everything happened. The female giant, like, the heck?
Oh
yeah,
my
but then
god!
You find out that Prince Charming is
and
a
oh my
creep.
god, yeah, oh my
Yeah.
god, that was like the most craziest I think scene in the
Prince
movie.
Charming?
Was like Prince Charming finally marries Cinderella,
Yeah.
and then he's like so hitting up on this other chick in the movie,
The baker's
and you're like, are you for real?
Yeah, like we were all there watching it, and I was just like.
And then the baker's wife was reciprocating. It's like, what the heck happened here? Where is this movie going?
Yeah, like there was no like all
Like
of a
that
sudden
just popped out of nowhere.
like the plot just went all over the place.
She
And
could
we're
have
like,
continued walking, and then, like, maybe to be like, oh, to distract her and make her die, like, some way to kill her off. You could just do that without making her cheat on her husband and making Prince Charming cheat on, I guess, Cinderella, yeah.
and what makes it so crazy is the birds that Cinderella can control go and tell Cinderella that their father, that her husband, the prince, is being a total creep, and then guess what the prince responds? Guess what he says?
He's like, I was bred or born or whatever to be charming, not sincere. It's like,
yeah, like you're thinking in the movie, are you for real? Like, where did that come from? So for me, the movie was like just all over the place. And then the musicals. I love musicals. And so I didn't mind the musicals, and there were some songs that were pretty nice and pretty cute. But some songs
couple
just
unnecessary and weird.
Some just dragged and
like
dragged.
the Prince brothers.
yeah.
That little routine they did was weird.
Yeah, it was a little cheesy, and it was just like, yeah, it was weird.
Unneeded.
Totally unnecessary scene. But there was some other songs that just went on, and you're like, really, like, it's just dragging. Meryl Streep sang some songs, and I think she did pretty good, but even her character was a little bit loosey-goosey because she's like this witch, and then she turns into this pretty witch, and then she just loses her powers.
Yeah, like, we didn't even know how that happened. Like, you know, she tries to, like, kill that other prince. Like, boom, nothing happens. Boom, nothing happens. No. We don't find out what that even meant. Like, how did that happen? Like, in exchange for her beauty, she has to lose her powers? Like,
And I have to say, though, to those of you who are Johnny Depp fans like I am, he does make an appearance, but it's more like a cameo appearance. So
Yeah, like
The big bad wolf.
he's a bad wolf, and he plays an awesome bad wolf. I think his role is perfect, but it's like so small.
yeah, like here
Well,
he
it's called a
is.
cameo.
There he goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, we're gonna be doing some other reviews of all the movies.
That's
since
it?
We spend most of our lives in the movies, and for this
What else
movie,
are we
like I
talking
said,
about?
we liked it. It was great, but some parts were like just totally unnecessary. A little
But like
long.
there were some parts that we're forgetting about. Too.
Well, what do
like,
you want to add to
Like
that?
what?
What do you want to add to
like how the prince, how he got Cinderella, he used the tar, right? Or whatever that was, to stick her shoe inside, and then everything just went slow-mo for a second. That was kind of weird.
Yeah,
like-
that's true.
Oh, more than a second.
I guess what Jordan is talking about, and you'll have to excuse Shuggy. That's Shuggy or
Bad
Pommy.
manners.
I guess what Lee here is talking about is that she's talking about like when the Cinderella is leaving the castle, which is not once at the
The
ball. It's
Three. Why
Third
did she
time.
leave
It's a
3
3-day
times?
ball, and
Like the prince never thought to ask like whenever she
why'd you
comes
run
back,
away,
like why are you
Grandma?
running away? Like no, and like that nothing. No.
yeah, like the
Just,
second or third time, like he should have just kept her there and said, "I'm not gonna let you take off at 12." And this time she takes off, and he puts tar.
How did no one else like step into that? Because every time that she leaves, there are still people going in, but this one night, no one else comes in. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, and I
Um,
guess that's what Lee's talking about. Those like random scenes that you're thinking, where did this come from? Just like the scene with him being a creep.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
that's one
that
of those.
popped out of nowhere. Maybe he did that to make that one story for Cinderella so that she could like help with the kids and clean up around the house and stuff. But you could have done that still when you didn't. Really? And then I don't know.
Yeah, it was just all over the place. And I know they were trying to like to make a plot to combine all the fairy tales together, but in doing so, they added some scenes that were just totally unnecessary.
Like Rapunzel, like we don't even find out what happens to her. Like she just goes and leaves. Like she, like
to her or her prince. We don't know how to do either one of them.
yeah, like she never gets to meet her her brother, the baker, which you kind of find out in the beginning. And
The baker supposedly one of the lead roles in the movie, but yet he never gets to meet his sister, who happens to be Rapunzel. So yeah, things like that were a little annoying, I think, about the movie, and it just went on forever long.
yeah, like it should have ended when everyone got their happy ending, but then like out of nowhere, the giant like.
Like it was literally 30 minutes more after the happy ending. You're thinking, okay, it was an interesting movie, and then you're
I
thinking,
guess.
well, okay, they have the
It wasn't
baby.
great.
They're
it wasn't
getting
great
married.
ending.
They're waving at the villagers,
The
you know,
peasants.
the peasants.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, just like something happens, and next thing you know, it's another 30 minutes of the movie.
Seemed
So,
like an hour, really.
yeah, probably an hour.
It was like so, and then that one creepy part, and it's just like in what you said earlier. Not even. Not in
Oh yeah,
video,
the
but,
baker's
like,
wife dies. That's
Yeah.
another thing. Like the whole thing is about her and him getting a baby.
yeah,
And they
and
finally
then,
get the baby.
and then she dies. Boom, out of nowhere. The heck?
after she was kissing the prince of Cinderella. So see what I mean? It just goes all over the place. It's
Well,
just,
also that was like a 1-day pregnancy, wasn't it?
oh
Yeah, that was really weird. Like out of nowhere, like boom, boom.
Yeah. As soon as the spell was broken, she was like 9 months pregnant. Bam. And right at the same instant that the witch got her beauty back.
That was weird. I thought that
So the
she
next day
would
they
like get
had
her
the baby.
powers back, and then she would do it. But even then, like it would just like lift off the curse, not just boom, make her pregnant. So I was just gonna lift the curse, and then she'll be able to have a child. There was something else that I wanted to talk about, but I forgot. Oh yeah, back to Johnny Depp and the wolf part. That was weird about his stomach, how they cut it open, and like the inside of the stomach and everything. That whole thing was just really weird.
Yeah, apparently he swallows Grandma. He swallows Little Red Riding Hood.
In one gulp.
in one gulp, and then they go like into this weird room that they're just sitting there waiting, and the baker comes and kills him and opens him up, and they come out like nothing.
Yeah, and then I don't know, like remember the part when the wolf, like, he fell asleep, he had a bit of the cape or whatever still sticking out, but when you see her, like, she still has all of her cape there, like there's nothing that's going back up to there.
True.
And
I just think they were overreaching in this movie. I think the directors just got a little bit out of control. But, oh well. We're going to be reviewing The Hobbit next, so hopefully you'll stay tuned.
Yeah, and I might be doing some other reviews about fandoms like Percy Jackson or Homestuck or Sherlock. Maybe Sherlock with this one over here. But, yeah.
And I'm with the Attack on Titan and on Sword Art Online. Yeah.
Hold on. One thing should take about maybe half a minute. Cinderella's sisters, I love how they did the original story about how the stepmother actually cut off their toe and their heel, and then the birds pecked out their eyes. So I thought that was pretty
good. On the gory parts, they stay true to the fairy tale.
Yeah.
The original fairy tale.
Yeah, but, like, I still don't like the whole Rapunzel part.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what the heck happened there? But, yeah.
Okay, so anyway, in summary, go see it if you haven't. It's 2 hours, so be prepared.
Put stuff in the comments if you want to agree or disagree with us. Let's agree to disagree. Sorry. And thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.